Hi everyone, so today I have very little time and I am still working on filling up some of those frames in both my studio and my son's room. So I want to draw something today which is the size of 12 by 12 centimeters. So I have marked out the corners here, and I'm going to use a cheap watercolor paper just because it seems some of the illustrations really work quite well, and I'm not sure if this one is going to work or not, so I don't feel bad about throwing it out if it doesn't. So I'm going to use the Wil Freeborn's book, which is the Learn to Paint in Watercolors with 50 Small Paintings. I have done a full review, so I may leave a link below for you to have a look. And this is what I want to recreate today, is the bunnies. Now, like I said, this is just a quick fun illustration which I don't want to spend too much time kind of perfecting. I'm trying to find my Jackson's brush. Oh, it's been hiding in the jar. So basically I'm going to use my Jackson's 10-0 Quill brush. I've got my jar of water here, and I'm going to also use my portable painter. The full list of the colors will be in the description, so you can have a look what colors I'm using exactly, what I'm working with. And in the color palette right here it says yellow, ochre, cerulean blue, alizarin crimson, quinacridone, magenta, burnt umber and indigo. Now I'm not going to be using this time the exact colors. I'm just going to try and mix the colors that I can see on my palette with the colors that I have. Okay, so I'm going to use a pencil to sketch it out. He recommends, let's see, what pencil, 2B pencil. I'll try to find a 2B pencil. Here we go. And I generally, when I'm illustrating on my own, I don't like using pencil, but I do like it in his style, and I'm just going to do that. So here's another illustration from his book of his Lily the Whippet dog, and that's what it looks like. So you can see the pencil marks and it looks alright, so I quite like that. I'm going to, now the drawing part I find the most difficult just because of the proportions and everything. Watercolor is just fun. I think I'm just going to do a speed process for you. I'm so sorry, I just realized I was talking to myself all this time thinking that I was recording and I was not. So you missed a little bit here. So I'm just following the steps in the book, and mine are already a lot stronger, I feel, color-wise than here, but I will just try and work with it. So the steps are easier. When you look at the pictures before the final, you can see and pick up on the glazes a lot easier than here, for example. But I'm achieving something very close. So here with the pinkish and grayish overlapping, I think works really nice. And I am going to try not to overwork it this time. Good boy. Mason is participating.
What's this?
Yes, you know that's going into your room, Mason.
Yeah.
Okay, well, try not to shake the camera. That'd be nice, Mason. I really love what's happening right here, which is very similar to what's happening here. It's just the blue separating. It's a gorgeous thing. Mason, please stop. Really, really nice. So I seem to have a lot of wide gaps here, which I'll try to somehow fill. And so at the moment this kind of works okay, but I'm going to soon focus on the shadows. I really like how the colors came out. I hope you can see. I mean, this is just gorgeousness to me. And this is the QoR Cobalt Blue, which is super expensive. I believe it's like £17 for a tube or something like that. And I got it free from Jackson's when I ordered a couple of QoR tubes, which cost me a fortune, so I was happy to get something for free back. Okay, so I'm going to let it dry and focus on the lovely shadows, which I for sure will use the QoR Cobalt Blue. It's such a precious color. If you're looking for something like that, or if you're looking for a cobalt blue period, I would highly recommend you look into this color, just because it's very, very nice. So I'm going to try and add some red to neutralize it, but it's going a little bit onto the violet, and so a touch of yellow, either the quinacridone gold or Indian yellow. That will take us away from the purple, and then back into red, and then again cobalt blue, and that hopefully, yes, now we're at the right color. Don't be afraid when it takes a lot of time to mix the right color. Just go until you find it at the right strength. So trying to mimic what I can see here, and I try to do it with relatively quick brush strokes, because it just looks a lot better to me. So I'm just going to now go in with the water and wash it slightly more out. I'm leaving the gap here. I'm also going to, so now you can see that lovely separation. When you add the water to this, it just starts separating. I do apologize if my camera is shaking. It's little Mason here being naughty, but to be honest with you, I had a good thinking session to myself, and before I would really stress if I had to film something and the camera would shake, or I had to cut out a lot of the video. Oh my god, you have to see this. Look at this gorgeousness. That's all from Cobalt Blue from QoR. And now I'm just embracing it, because they are growing up so quickly, and you know, although I love my YouTube channel and I think every mother should have something going for herself other than just motherhood, it's never enough, just the motherhood, you know, but I think equally sometimes you just have to breathe out and just really enjoy that process and not stress about it. So that's what I have learned. So I'm going to now go into the bunny area. I'm really happy with the thing. I'm actually surprised how incredibly close. In real life it looks almost identical what I managed to mix up here, just by gut feeling. You see, I didn't follow any of the color mixing tips this time. I didn't use all the colors that he recommended. Just by what I have, I can kind of create what I see on here, which works equally well. So if you're someone who doesn't like following rules or advice on the book, you can do something like that. Okay, so I'm now trying to mix up like a darker color for the shadowing. So I think I'll go into that, and I'll just add a little bit more of the Indanthrone blue, and I will then neutralize it with a little touch of red, hopefully, and yellow again, because oops, that was way too much. Okay, back into Indanthrone blue a bit more, and now into quinacridone gold, and now we have a little bit of a too green paste. So Indanthrone blue again, a bit of water into this, Okay, still needs a little bit of red. Okay, this one is a bit more challenging to mix up. And I think I'm going to go into quinacridone. Yeah, so now it's perfect. And at this point I'm just going to go over the very darkest, okay, like so, and hope that I'm not going to kill it, and have really strong cut through kind of shadows. But let's see, I'm already making a little bit of a mess, and I will wash them out. Actually, no, that works because there is a bit of the shadow on his ear right here. As long as we don't go over the board, we should be okay. And then the eye, it's quite important with the eye. A little bit on the top of the ear and a bit on the face. And here is enough, a bit more here, and on the leg, and here, and a bit more probably here and there. Okay, so this point, a bit here under the ear, I'm just going into my water, and I need to make sure that I don't add too much water, so I'm going to dry off. Mason, wait a second. And now just touch it ever so slightly and then clean off my brush so that we don't have too harsh of lines, but they are kind of strong enough in the color. So I think that works quite well, so that we don't kill the layers underneath and we still can see them. And to avoid making mess, you just need to wash out your brush, and that is that. And just work with a clean brush like that. And here on the face, I don't really need to do that much. So it's quite nice. It's got quite a bit of darkness there. Very quick. I didn't time myself, but from what I can see on the display of the camera, it really didn't take that much time. So it looks quite cute. I have to say, I really like them. Do you like your bunnies, Mason?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did them together, didn't we? Buddy, yeah.
Buddy, yes.
Buddy. And I think I'm going to leave the rest white, just because I didn't do the wash to begin with. There is a little bit of a wash that's going through the paper, and I'm kind of liking it, and I don't want to ruin it, because now obviously if I do a wash it would be weird going all over and around. So I'm just going to leave it as it is and dry it, and let's see whether we need to add anything. Okay, so I quite like the way the bunnies look, and I don't think I want to add anything on them, but I do want to add a little bit of pink correction here, just because it's a bit too pinky for me. So I'm going to take a pink watercolor. Let's see, so probably going to go into this quinacridone pink, but I'm going to mute it down with this black that we had mixed up just in the corner, and then I'm going to, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to take it right into the bottom like so, and that creates a little bit more depth and just kills that, you know, bright pink, and I think that looks lovely. Just this little bit of detail kind of makes a big difference. If you don't want it to be that strong, you can wash it out, and I'll show you how, exactly what we've done with the dark color. Just going to rest it on the table and then just touch it with a clean brush, and there you go, you have a nice soft kind of blended look, and it really looks like inside the ear. So it looks gorgeous now. I really like this color against that, so that's a good tip for you if you are working with some colors and you want them to be not so bright, you want them to mute down and be balanced within the colors that you already used. Use that dark color to neutralize whatever other color you're going to add. And that is it. Oh my gosh, they're so cute and so quick. So yeah, that's my version. And I'm really happy with it. My god, I love this combination. It's just the most gorgeous thing ever. Look at that. Beautiful. And then it also came out here in the bunnies as well, so it all kind of looks quite balanced. Alright, thanks for watching and see you soon.
See you.